Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to the channel. I'm Heather and today I have a pattern haul for you. I'm very excited because I have finally started to pick up a few here and there again after a big hiatus of physical patterns from moving abroad. So I found some good deals through Simplicity's website and I'm really excited to share them with you today. If you are new to the channel, this is definitely a sewing and fashion channel, so definitely consider subscribing and coming along for the journey. Let's dive right into this. Okay, so I purchased several physical patterns, but I did purchase some PDFs as well. So I will go through all of them with you, and any that I have plans for, I will discuss. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 in here that I have specific plans for, but it has definitely been time for a pattern refresh. So I'm very excited to share these with you. The first pattern is going to be Simplicity 3085. I think all these physical patterns are Simplicity because that was the sale that I shopped when I ordered the physical patterns, and I believe the rest are kind of a mix. So 3085, it is this really pretty, almost sexy kind of a dress pattern. And I like to pick up things that, first of all, it's pretty, but there's a lot of techniques in here that I would like to learn. And I try to push myself to learn new things or try new skills. So there's just a lot of different stuff going on here. This sort of almost channeling or boning going on looks really interesting and pretty. So this is just something I thought I would pick up and try my hand at one of these days to just experiment with some new techniques. The next pattern is another dress, Simplicity 9950. And I had looked at this one and the last one for quite a while, kind of debating if I was going to purchase them. But I finally decided I do think I really like this, especially depending on the fabric I put it in. And I love that there are different view options. That's always a selling point for me because it gives me the opportunity to use it again in sort of a new way and give it some fresh life. So I think I would probably be most likely to maybe make, I don't know, either the C view here or a shorter version of what she's got on. I think I would shorten the length a little bit, but keep the long sleeve. I think that would be really nice. So it's another good one to have in my catalog. All right, so the next pattern I'm really excited about, and I also have some news to share regarding this pattern. So this is Simplicity 9756. It is a set, and what's really great about this pattern is you have a top, pants, and this long sort of oversized button down. So hello, mixing and matching. You could use these with lots of other patterns. It wouldn't have to be this entire set. But the reason I picked this up is because a girl who I follow on Minerva and Instagram made an outfit in this and it was so adorable. I loved it so much. It turned out so great. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's such an awesome vacation outfit. And maybe I need to snag this pattern. And so she's on Minerva and Instagram. I'll leave her Instagram for you in the description box, but she's another sewer to follow. And the reason I know about her and I'm following her is because we were both just chosen to be Minerva brand ambassadors. So I'm just so thrilled for her. And obviously I'm thrilled as well for everybody that was selected because you just never know. I mean, you put yourself out there and you never know. And there's so many amazingly talented people, but I'm really excited. So I'm sure I will share more about that on the channel going forward. But that is how I saw this pattern, is through a make she did that I thought was fantastic. And I might have to give it a go. Okay, next up on the physical copies of Simplicity patterns here, I have Simplicity 9469, which is this blouse pattern here. And I made a goal this year that I need to make more tops because y'all, first of all, I neglect buying top patterns for one, but number two, I have gotten in this really bad habit. I don't know if a homebody is the right way to put it, but I definitely enjoy a lot of things at home, like my garden, my sewing. And so I do find myself at home often. And that being said, I just tend to throw on a t-shirt or hoodies a lot of the time because I'm just working with my hair up in a bun and everything. But I am a fashion girly. I love edgy, unique, feminine, nice silhouette kind of pieces. And I just thought, you know what? Things like this are great to have in my wardrobe because I can throw it on and still feel pretty and, you know, casual at the same time. You can make this in a nice, easy breezy fabric that's relaxed and comfortable, but look a little more stylish. So I'm going to be trying to add a lot of things like this to my wardrobe over the next couple years. And lastly of these patterns, I have Simplicity 9052, which is a Mimi G pattern. It's like a his and hers kind of a canvasy denim-y type of jacket. And I just thought, again, there's a lot of techniques I'd like to try on this. And this is just a great basic jacket for spring, fall time, kind of that in-between temperature. Just a great thing to have in the wardrobe. So I've never done like this elastic at the waist that you see here. I've never done this style of pocket, and there's also a detachable hood, which I've never done. So I think that would be really cool to learn how to do. And it gives me another pattern possibly to whip up for my husband as well. So that is why I grabbed this one. All right, and that brings us to the digital purchases. And now I do have some plans kind of mixed into this. So the first one is another Simplicity 3067, which is a vest pattern. If you happen to see my makes video, which I'll leave linked overhead and down below, where I had the vest fail, this is purchased sort of as a redemption, or at least hopes of a redemption for that, because I really was loving how it was looking and was really devastated about the fit and sizing. So I'm gonna have a go at this one, I think, and see if I can do something, either view A or view B, I think is what I will try, and see if I can't get a better outcome. Now the next pattern is a Vogue pattern, which is 2088, which is this formal dress with a sort of attached train option, which I think is really cool. I like the bow on it. And this pattern and one other pattern that I have not purchased yet, I've been considering for a very specific fabric. So I'm going to grab that and show you. So I found this micro suede fabric here locally. It is in this ice blue, maybe the tiniest bit of green in it, but closest to an ice blue that has all of these little tiny square diamond punctures, so you can actually see through that. And I found this for like €2 a meter on dead stock clearance, and I bought like 11 meters of it because I just thought this is a really cool fabric. It has a lot of drape to it. And obviously, because there are these holes in it, it will need to be underlined or fully lined, one or the other. But when I saw that fabric, I already liked it, but I just thought, this needs something unexpected. And I think it's not a fabric you would expect to see in a formal dress like that. And I think it could be really cool. So there is one other one I'm considering. I don't have a reason yet for this formal dress. And obviously I will need like 10 yards of either lining or underlining or both. So it's not going to be a project that's immediately on the table, but it is 100% out there. And I'm really excited to make it when the time comes. So that is what that pattern was purchased with a possibility for. Okay, so next on the list is a McCall's pattern, which is 8582. It is a new pattern, and the reason I purchased this is because I recently went to a local fabric market here in town, which is, it's once a year. It's always so fun. You get great deals and just see any kind of fabric you could imagine. So I picked up a few things at that, which I will be sharing in a video at some point, or maybe I already have as well. But I picked up a fabric not knowing what I was going to do with it, just knowing that I liked it. And my really good friend is getting married in Italy at the end of the month. And you probably saw that series I started on sewing for Italy. So this is one of the things I wanted to make for that. So when I saw this pattern and I had this fabric, I knew it was a perfect marriage. So I have this beautiful hot pink. It is a poly blend silky type of material, but it's this hot pink with this light blue and white, big floral print, green leaves. And I totally got Elle Woods Goes on Vacation. Elle Woods is my spirit animal, and I just thought this is perfect. So I will either make this dress to wear to the rehearsal dinner because I'm in the wedding, or I will be making it for a date night because mine and my husband's anniversary falls over this trip as well. So on the way back, we're road tripping it, and we're gonna go somewhere, have a nice romantic dinner. So I'm not sure which yet. I'm thinking maybe the rehearsal dinner, but I will be making this for my Italy trip. Okay, I've got 3 more patterns and then one other thing that I want to share that I picked up. So the next pattern is a Vogue pattern, which is 1934. And I just thought this was such a sweet, romantic, beautiful, timeless kind of a dress. You're going to see that theme in a couple of pieces, but I picked that up because I really liked it. And I will be, I think, using this for my first Minerva make, which I will share when the time comes, but that's all I'm going to say. It's a big secret. until I'm done, but I picked this up with that in mind. So provided it seems to be a good marriage when it gets here, I will be using that very, very soon. And I think for this one, I will do the view, I think it's view B. I'm trying to look at it on my phone, the longer view, but I want to keep the long sleeve. So the longer length, but the longer sleeve, I think is what I want to do. The next pattern is another Vogue pattern, which is 2103, sticking with that timeless feel. It's this beautiful halter collared neck button down. It really is kind of a classic piece, but this is the sort of thing I could see grabbing out of my wardrobe a lot. This is the kind of thing I really like. I like very classic pieces, and you can always give them your own little twist, but I think I will make something pretty timeless looking out of this that I would grab a lot and just change how I style it. And I do think for this one, I like the shorter view that she has on here. I like that style the most, so that is probably what I will make there. And rounding out the patterns is one more Vogue pattern, which is 2104. This is also a new pattern, and I just thought it was pretty, and again had a lot of techniques, maybe, or at least a few techniques that I haven't done before. The little sort of ruffle off the shoulder is not something I've attempted, so I'd like to know how that works. I also love off the shoulder, so you had me sold there. And also it's got on the skirt that kind of gathered piece that comes out of the side of the skirt a little bit, if that makes sense. It's like an attached piece inset into the side of the hip. If there's a technical term for that, I feel like I've heard it and it's not there today, but I have not done that technique before, and I think I would like to learn that. So that is why I picked this up. I thought it was pretty, and I thought, again, there were some new things I could learn out of this pattern. All right, and I have one more thing that I picked up that I wanted to share because I'm really excited it's here, and that is Fabric for Fashion, the Swatch book. This is a book I have been wanting to pick up for such a long time, and like so many of you who are mourning the loss of Joann Fabrics, because I know that surely my American friends, a lot of you are very sad about that. I am as well. We will talk about that briefly at a later date, but I know I'm going to be doing more online shopping than I used to, and this is a book I wanted for a long time because there are all sorts of actual physical swatches for you to see what that fabric feels like. It teaches you about the fabrics, and I just think the more and more online we get, the more helpful this is going to be. I'm pretty good with fabric. I'm not perfect though. I'm still learning. And I just thought now seems like the time, with knowing I'm going to be ordering more online. It's not the cheapest book in the world, so I had kind of held off, but now I feel like it really is the right time to have this, and it's going to be such a great resource. All right, so that is it for all of the patterns, the swatch book, but please let me know down in the comments if there are any of these patterns you would like to see me sew up sooner rather than later, or do a pattern review of, because obviously I purchased them because I personally like them. So I never mind considering adding that to a make list on the earlier side. So yeah, if there's anything you're excited about or you want to hear about in these patterns, see me make, let me know down in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, because it really helps the channel and I super appreciate that. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Bye.